there's so much that's like flowing through my mind that I'm having difficulty like putting everything to words. I think the best thing I can do is to just speak in chronological order. Like, I've moved back. I'm currently in Phoenix. I'm out of Anguilla, and it just feels really important to me to document this experience, document this story. By the way, I am a medical student, and I attended medical school in a Caribbean island, and it's not a very normal thing to do that. I think it's becoming more commonplace now, but it's still considered something that's like it's not the normal route that a lot of other students take when in the States, when you're living in the States. I can say that my experience has been confirmed that it's pretty darn similar to what I would have gone through if I were in an American-based medical school. Not to say that my school isn't American-based, like the headquarters is in Chicago, and I'll be doing my second half of medical school in Chicago. It's just that it was better for me and my particular story, my particular situation, if I went to the Caribbean. So anyway, so I wanted to start doing weekly vlogs to basically like keep myself accountable, because I have a lot of goals that I want to accomplish in this period of time, in between, in this kind of limbo world, basically, where I'm like in between phases of medical school. For me, like, I'm recording doing this, I'm wanting to make these vlogs because I'm wanting to stay accountable. I have my 4 main goals that I want to accomplish in the summertime, in the time that I'm staying here in Phoenix with my family. And those are working as a administrative clerk for my mom's business. She's a family physician. The second is studies. I am studying right now for the step 1, but my school requires that I take an NBME. I pass an NBME, which is like a practice exam version, before moving on to take the step. Third is I'm working on my health, and I started a weight loss journey while I was in Anguilla, and that's been going well, so I want to continue that. And being back in the States, I have much more variety of foods that I can eat. I am much more able to do like workouts at different places and travel a lot more, because I'll have easier access to Wi-Fi and things like that. And so that's something I also wanted to share. And then lastly is, you know, creating this vlog, creating this experience, and also having a life outside of medical school. Like, I'm passionate about other things than medicine, which is, I mean, like, it's important. Like, you can't commit yourself to this lifestyle and be okay with that for the next 8 years of your life. I mean, right? Because it's going to be 4 years of school itself, and then potentially another, on average, 4 years of residency, depending on what field you choose to go into. And like so many other people that I know that have gone through this, is that it's almost impossible unless you have some other passion driving you forward. And so that's why I started the channel. That's why I have the Instagram. That's why I'm sharing everything that I am about wellness, mind, body, spirit, is because it's what's keeping me going. It's what's helping me know that there's something concrete, there's something tangible that I can get my hands into now while I'm going through this process. Like how things have been going since moving back. I moved back from Anguilla. We had our graduation, and it was great, beautiful. My family got to meet everybody that I've developed relationships with on the island, and it was a really fun time. And then, you know, we flew back to Phoenix, and we had a few days here before I was supposed to get on a plane again to go to California. as like a little vacation celebratory thing. So I had a few days time before we left where I was basically working on like creating my schedule and adjusting to a different time zone and things like that. So I worked 2 days at my mom's clinic, and I was answering the phones, I was doing billing like I usually do. It was just in an office setting. I am here drinking a sparkling probiotic drink. It literally tastes like lemon and ginger. My specific school that I go to requires me to pass a practice, like a shelf exam called the NBME, before I can take this step. So I am back in the town where my parents live in Phoenix, Arizona, and so I'm going to be working and studying for the next few months so that I can pass the NBME first and then the step 1. So I figured I'd just take you guys along for the ride because it's going to be a while. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm at my mom's clinic. She's a physician herself, and so I'm really lucky because I get the opportunity to basically work study. So I'm going to be doing like billing and reception work and admin work, but then also studying for the exam at the same time. So what I wanted to do in this video was basically start out by making a plan. So this video is going to be a lot of like planning out how I want my day to go, like how the summer is gonna look, that kind of a thing. So I hope that I'm able to teach you something about maybe scheduling or maybe a little bit more about my life. Okay, well, so clearly there isn't that much that's going on, but you can see that I kind of have my day split in half. I've got half my day working on studying, so the classes start for me at 6:30 in the morning, so I'll be doing like waking up and doing my workout and my morning routine, and then I'll make my way over to the office where I am right now, and then I'll be doing about 4 hours of studying and then about 4 hours of admin. So here's the interface for UWorld, and you can see here that you are able to choose, well, first of all, you can choose it's either tutor or timed, and then you can choose like what questions you want to do, maybe if it's the questions you haven't done yet, or if you want to do all of them, if you want to do just the incorrect. Then you can pick the subject that you want to study, and then as well as the system, and then you can pick the number of questions you want to do. The maximum amount of questions you can do in one like practice test is 40 questions. So yeah, you just set it up and then click go, and then it starts to give you the questions that you can do. After that is when we started our trip to California. So the main purpose of California was to go to support my dad. He was in a rock camp for adults and kids, but it was mostly adults. And it was a really cool experience because he got to sing with people that he's idolized in bands like Alice in Chains. And so he had a really great time doing that, so we got to watch him perform. And then we also went to Universal Studios. My sister came in, she flew in for her birthday, and so we went to the park, Universal Studios, which wasn't Disney, but you know, it was fun all the same. Now that we're back, this leads us to today. Everybody's gone. My parents are at work. My brother is at school. My sister's gone too. She went to go do work as well. And so I'm just here on my own right now. And so I wanted to basically finally have the opportunity to settle into my space. I haven't even unpacked, you know, my clothes yet. So I was gonna do some laundry today, and then I was gonna unpack and get myself settled. And then I also wanted to film a weekly tarot reading for Instagram. So that's the plan for today. Here we go.
humans, nothing more. I wish it wasn't working.